Howdy folks, and I hope you have your pitchforks at the ready wherever you are in collecting land, and welcome back to the channel for another, well, I was going to say a 1/6 scale preview, but it isn't technically a preview, this one. A few hours ago, maybe 12 hours or something like that ago, Sideshow Collectibles dropped their 1/6 scale take on Boris Karloff as the legendary Frankenstein's monster from the James Whale directed Universal Monsters classic that is Frankenstein. And rather than just do the standard preview that we normally do on the channel, I thought what we'd do is something a little bit different. Now, as regulars to the channel will know, I'm a huge Kaustic Plastiks fan, and they, it was a while ago now, they announced their 1/6 scale take on Karloff as Frankenstein, and we're all eagerly awaiting that to arrive. So I thought, rather than do just your bog standard preview, I thought we'd put these two up against each other. Thought we'd have a little bit of fun and do a 1/6 scale showdown with the Sideshow Frankenstein versus the Kaustic Plastiks Frankenstein. But before we dive in, I would like to send a Bavarian Alps-sized shout out to everybody who supported the channel, and please drop a like and hype on this video as it helps other people find Go Figure. And if you haven't already, be sure to mash that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're not missing any of the 1/6 scale reviews, previews, tours, showcases, and all that other good stuff that we've got coming up. So yeah, regulars to the channel will also know I am a huge fan of classic horror, of Universal Monsters, and of course of Mr. Frankenstein himself, or at least Mr. Frankenstein's monster, as you can tell by this chap sat next to me. Yeah, I think it's great that we've got two options, but which one wins out? Well, there are two sets of photos, obviously, that have been put up with the pre-orders, and if you're wanting to pre-order the Sideshow version, I will drop a link in the description below. Check that out, and I'll also put a link down there as well to the Kaustic Plastiks version. Now, Sideshow haven't dropped anywhere near as many photos on us. Kaustic Plastiks, when they announced theirs, dropped a shit ton on us. So what I've done is make a little selection in there of stuff that I think is comparable photo-wise to the Sideshow one. So without further ado, enough of my meanderings, let's dive in and have a look at the photos. And the first shot we've got here is that sort of classic all pose. We've got the entire figure in shot and looking suitably impressive from both companies, I've got to say. On the right hand side throughout this video will be Kaustic Plastiks, on the left it will be Sideshow, and yeah, both look excellent, they really do. The proportions look right, the outfit looks right, very simple outfit with Frankenstein's monster. Obviously it's that those grey pants, those huge boots, the undersized jacket, and the grey shirt and the black shirt rather underneath that black jacket. That's pretty much your lot. What I did notice, a couple of things I did pick up on straight away with the Sideshow version here, was the thickness of the soles on the boots. Now, I have seen this film more times than I care to remember, and I'm going on memory here. I haven't checked any photos, but I think these boots look slightly more authentic to me. They look like they've got a slightly thicker sole. It could be the angle of the photo itself. I could be wrong, and I'm sure both companies have done the research here, but they just look slightly more authentic in this photo. But overall, both of them, proportions-wise, look excellent. I did think that maybe the Sideshow was looking slightly better in that physique department, because there was, although tall and bulky in places, there was a slimness to him as well, and there's a bit more chunk in the Kaustic Plastiks version, but that could just be the camera angle. I like this sort of more slimmed down almost aesthetic that Karloff had, but both look very good indeed. Could just be the camera angle on that one. Head sculpts wise, we're not really close enough here to see any of the detailing. The other thing that stood out to me about this photo was the tone of the skin on the Sideshow version. Now, I've checked the blurb, and it does say that the skin tone is I think it's a ghoulish green, is the way they described it. But I think it's more the lighting on this Sideshow photo here that gives it more of a beige tan, I'm assuming they're using a warm LED light here, which is giving it that more that tanner look, that beige look. So yeah, but rest assured, Sideshow have told us that it is ghoulish green, if I'm getting that right there. But head sculpt wise, difficult to tell them apart at this point. It really is. They both look excellent. They both look like they capture that likeness of Karloff very, very well. On to the next photo. Now, I do like this this photo, particularly the one on the right. It's that classic shot here of Karloff holding his hands up. Let's start with the Kaustic Plastiks shot here. I think I still think that is a breathtaking piece of photography. That could, for my money, that could have been lifted directly from either the movie or the promotional material for the movie. I think it looks stunning. Obviously, the Sideshow version on the left, they've gone for color photography. They're slightly further out. There's a lot more shadow going on here for me. So picking out those details on the face there is nowhere near as easy, but the detailing looks right with both hairstyles here. That sort of elongated brow, the protruding brow there, the sunken eyes with the dark sections around the eyes. The hands on both look phenomenal. The Sideshow version, great vascularity, skin tones, textures looking great, and we're seeing, yes, it's got a hint of brown in there, but we're getting closer to that green tone. The darkness in the fingernails, with it extending down the fingers, which was synonymous with Karloff's Frankenstein. And overall, I think that is very, very impressive from Sideshow. I'd have to say, just based on this photo alone, I would go with Kaustic Plastiks because of that detailing in the face and the lightness in the face, and probably the detailing on the hands as well there. The scarring on the wrist there, which is a great way of covering up wrist pegs as well, wrist joints as well, which can also be covered up by shackles too. But overall, yeah, for me, Kaustic Plastiks has got it there. But on to the next. Now, these two shots, these just landed in my lap, these two, because they are that similar. We've got that shackled, head slightly tilted, shambling forward look. Once again, the Sideshow version suffers from those brown tones, but I'm gonna go with lighting again on that one. The shackles look good on both here. Sideshow look like they've nailed it. Don't know whether these are going to be metal or plastic that's painted to look like metal, but they both look excellent. Once again, that jacket looks very, very good. This looks like there's some weathering on the Sideshow version, which I'm really, really pleased to see. I would probably say I prefer the weathering on the Kaustic Plastiks version there. Looks a little bit more screen accurate, but overall, the hair looks very good. That sort of metal clip in the forehead section there, just coming down from the flat head, looks very good. Individual strands in the Sideshow version are picked out. The color looks right. Overall, looks very, very impressive. But once again, difficult to see the details in this shot of the Sideshow head sculpt. I would say once again, probably it's the Kaustic Plastiks version here for me that wins out, just because of the detailing in the sculpt of those hands and of that head sculpt, and we're seeing those bolts in the neck as well. So yeah, I would say at this point Kaustic Plastiks are probably ahead by a nose. So let's move on to the next. Once again, a shot in shackles, but this time from a slightly further distance here. And once again, I'll keep banging on about it, but those brown tones, and it doesn't look like there's an awful lot of warm light going on in this shot. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the finished product is like here. But overall, build, the build on both look great. They look like a fantastic representation of Karloff. We mentioned that protruding brow looks phenomenal. We're also seeing here as well with the Sideshow head, and you probably noticed that the expression is different here. Now, worthy of mention at this point as well, there are 3 different versions with both of these figures. So with both the Kaustic Plastiks and the Sideshow version, you're getting a standard, you're getting a deluxe, and you're getting an exclusive edition. We've gone for the exclusive edition in this sort of showdown of the Frankensteins, but thought might as well go all in and look at everything. So yeah, these are the exclusive editions, and with the exclusive edition with the Sideshow, you do get some swap out head sculpts, which we're going to look at, which I think is an amazing idea and a brilliant inclusion. With the Kaustic Plastik version, we're only getting the one. So yeah, this could be down to whether these other head sculpts appeal to you or not. But from this shot here, I'm gonna stick with the Kaustic Plastik version at this point. But it's a very closely run thing. On to the next. I think this is probably where the runners and riders in this particular race could get separated. We're going to have a quick look at the accessories. Now, difficult one this. There is a base with the Sideshow version of Diorama. We'll look at that separately. We're looking mainly at the accessories here. Now, what impressed me, as I just mentioned, now I think this is the way it runs, if memory serves me correctly. I think you get 2 head sculpts with the standard, 3 with the deluxe, and with the exclusive you get 4 head sculpts. Count that, 4. Amazing that Sideshow have done this. And although we can't really see them in that close to detail, we do get to see a couple of them later on. I think, number 1, it's a brilliant inclusion. Number 2, the quality looks great. We are looking at a very, very small photo here, so it's difficult to tell. I would zoom in, but we're going to lose the quality there anyway. So you're getting the standard sort of solemn look that Karloff has. Then you're getting this more sort of distressed, can I say that? It probably, yeah, a distressed look. Then you're getting the gritted teeth, angry look, and then you're getting a smiling head sculpt as well. We'll come to the reason for that shortly. But I think that's wonderful that Sideshow have done this. 4 head sculpts. Hands. Now, not only are we getting multiple swap out hands that change at the wrist peg with the Sideshow version, we're getting magnetic arms as well that swap out at the elbow. I am trying to remember a Sideshow figure where we got swap out magnetic arms, forearms. I don't think I can think of one. I think this could be a first. Correct me in the comment section below if I'm getting it wrong. Once again, can't comment on the tones and texturing of the skin and so on in those accessories because we're not close enough, but you're looking at the shackles there as well. Over to the Kaustic Plastik version, it looks like you've got 4 pairs of swap out hands, 8 in total, maybe 10 including what's on the figure. You're getting the shackles as well. You're getting that wonderful standard issue Kaustic Plastik magnetic base. I think they're some of the best magnetic bases in the business. Literally, you can grab the figure, give it a good shake, and that base is going nowhere with that nameplate on the front there. And you're also getting this chair. That's one thing that you don't get with the Sideshow. We're not going to talk this diorama because that's coming up next. Let's zip on. Oh look, it's the diorama. Now, on the left, obviously, Sideshow version here. And I think it looks very, very good. I'm liking it a lot. I think what we're looking at here is a repurposed version of their Western base, their Western diorama base that they released a while ago. I think they've just given this a coat of paint to give it a more Gothic castle feel by adding more greys in this brick section, this stone section at the back. Excuse me, but I still think it looks super impressive. You've got the wooden floor, you've got these sort of what look like water stains, watermarks running down the walls there, and I think that's a cracking corner base there, corner diorama. Now, having checked the website, I think there is a limited number of these that they are actually including with the exclusive version, and if you don't manage to pick those up, you're going to have to pick this up as an extra, and therefore you will be paying extra for it. So if you are thinking of getting this figure and you're going for the exclusive version, I would say the sooner you dive in, the better. And as I mentioned, link in the description below. Let's move on to the Kaustic Plastik one. This is where the distance between these two figures really starts to show for me. You know my love affair with Kaustic Plastik and their dioramas, and it doesn't look like they've dropped the ball with this one. Covered this in the preview, which is up on the channel if you wanted to check it out for the KP version. Love this diorama. It says Frankenstein on the front there. You've got the shackles in the wall. You've got the rust stroke watermarks running down that fantastic brickwork, that masonry work with the paint applications. Yeah, for me, it's caustic plastic all the way as far as this diorama goes. And this is where the nail really drives into the coffin. On the left there, you've got a back view, a rear view of that Sideshow diorama. And I love the paint applications on there. That green moss, the wooden floorboards, looks like there's wooden supports underneath there that have been bound overall, and that watermark as well. I think that's a cracking diorama. But what we see on the right here is the two-stage version from Kaustic Plastiks. So you've got that manacle wall section that we've just looked at, but you also get this front section as well. And these are interchangeable. You can use one, use both, you can mix and match. Masonry looks great. What you've got, I'm assuming here, is a polystone doorway with a polystone door that functions. That door opens. The sculpting to look like wood on there, the nameplate on the front, yeah. Impeccable as far as I'm concerned there. Stupendous work from Kaustic Plastiks, and yeah, unfortunately this is where they leap ahead of Sideshow for me, and it will be Kaustic Plastiks all the way. Although that diorama is by no means a bad one. I like it a lot from Sideshow. On to the next. Now I thought we'd look at the Sideshow, the dioramas in relation to the figure itself. So yeah, figure on the left there, figure on the right there, both posed on the dioramas. As far as the figures go, we've talked proportions, we've talked clothing, not really got around to head sculpts yet. But based on this photo alone, I would say that the Kaustic Plastiks head sculpt looks better to me in this shot. It does. This one looks a little bit overly simplistic. Once again, it's still suffering with that odd skin tone, although as we mentioned, that could be lighting. I just think the detailing on the Kaustic Plastiks head sculpt looks better and more Karloff-esque to me on the right there. Also as well, yeah, once again, we're seeing that interaction with the diorama, and I think Kaustic Plastiks diorama is far superior. So it's another round to KP here, but as I say, I think that Sideshow one, very, very good indeed. Let's zip on. Difficult to match these two shots here. We've got that sort of that pose with the arm out, creeping out like that. Now, Sideshow have chosen to use it with him just gripping the side of the wall there. Obviously, KP have taken full advantage of that doorway in the diorama, so they've got him pushing the door to one side. I think it's the headshot on this one on the left that puts me off, the Sideshow version. Having done it myself on numerous occasions, you've got to get, when you underlight a face for that dramatic effect, you've got to nail it on, or you can screw up the shot entirely. And I don't think they've done a particularly good job here. And I should know, I have posted enough videos where I thought, Christ on a bike, why did I underlight that so badly, that head sculpt? But yeah, it's just not quite washing there for me. It ends up making it look a little bit cartoon-esque in my opinion. But so most certainly the Kaustic Plastiks head sculpt looks far superior here. But once again, the bodies, the clothing, etc., all looks really, really good. But I think, yeah, for the quality of the diorama and the way that head sculpt looks in this shot at least, it's a clear winner for Kaustic Plastiks there. But let's move on. Difficult to match these two shots up here, but I've done my best. We've got sort of a leering, moving forward motion, which is sort of synonymous with Frankenstein. Everybody, I think you ask anyone to do a Frankenstein impression, and the first thing they do is to stick their arms out like that. But yeah, on the left, yet again, those brown skin tones, and we've got that slightly surprised head sculpt going on there. Difficult to see the details, so I'm not going to be too harsh on the head sculpt there. I've got to say though, this one is stunning to me. This one is absolutely stunning, the Kaustic Plastiks one. Detailing on there we've already talked about, so I'm not going to score those two shots there. I think that would be a little bit unfair. I'm trying to keep this playing field as level as possible in this showdown. On to the next. Now, yeah, this was another hard one here, but I wanted to highlight this particular feature, and that hand that holds the flower there that Sideshow have given us. I think it's a great idea. If you are wanting to swap up in the display and create a different sequence in the movie, what better sequence than the sequence where he finds a little girl throwing the flowers into the water and then follows through by lobbing her into the water with the flowers as well to see if she'll float. You've got that smile peeping through at the top there of this shot. Nicely sculpted in flower there. I was more going for this shot to try and pick up some details in the forearms and hands there, but it's not the best shot really to see those. Yes, this shot on the right hand side is a lot closer, but it gives us an idea of Kaustic Plastiks' level of attention to detail there. And regulars to the channel will know I always bang on about this. I think Kaustic Plastiks' hands and forearms are some of the best, if not the best, in the 6-scale game. That's just stunning to me on the right hand side there. Vascularity, bone work, skin tones and textures, that metal clasp that runs down the arm and joins the hand to the rest of the forearm, the fingernails just all nailed on. I might be doing Sideshow a disservice here. These look a little bit more simplistic though on the Sideshow version, but I'm not going to mark them down for that because this could just be the photography. But love that option that Sideshow have given us there. Just that little inclusion there, just that flower in the hand, and you've got a whole new world of display opened up to you in the collection. On to the next. Now, apples and oranges, these shots, folks. What I wanted to do here was pick two photographs that sort of represented the best of both of these figures. And I was gobsmacked to see what I believe Sideshow have done here is actually take some photos in natural light. Very rare we see that in any promotional work. It could very well be AI'd Photoshop, that picture on the back there, and it hasn't been taken in natural light. But to me, it looks like it has been. And I think it was a very brave thing to do, and I think it looks stunning. Obviously meant to replicate the scene we've just been talking about. So you've got the grass and the forest, the woods behind him. He's holding that flower, he's stepping forward, and he's got that smiling head sculpt on there. Now, this is the first time I think we really get to see that head sculpt in any real detail, probably because of the natural light, and I'm glad that Sideshow have included it. I'm going to lean in a little bit here, and although it's not the best, the closest we can get, the detailing in that neck area looks great. They captured that smile wonderfully, I think, from that particular sequence, where he's one of the few times we see him laugh and smile in the film. In fact, the only time we see him laugh and smile in the film. And I think they've captured it brilliantly there. Fantastic photograph, that brave step from Sideshow, and that smiling head sculpt for me is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Kaustic Plastik one is a far more, well, not more iconic, but I wanted to show off the sheer presence of their 1/6 scale figure. Obviously it's included the diorama, the front piece and the back piece. You've got the chair there, you've got him seated on the chair, he's got the manacles on, and to me that is so impressive, that is so atmospheric. I can't wait to get my hands on this piece to muck about with it and film it. I think that is going to look so good in the collection there. So both very, very good figures here, but for different reasons. So yeah, and finally, I just wanted to pick two shots that appealed to me. Didn't have to be connected, didn't need to do a comparison on them, but highlighted the best of both. So once again on the left, we've got another one of those natural shots, which I think are great, still holding that flower with that smile on his face. We're seeing the proportions, we're seeing the weathering on there around the edges of the jacket. Those forearms look great, that head sculpt looks great. So yeah, cracking shot, that super shot. On the right here, what we're looking at is the detailing that Kaustic Plastik have gone into in this headshot. The skin tones, the textures, the coloration, the moving eyes, the bloodshot eyes, the hair, the textures, the tones, all that stuff that make Kaustic Plastik the amazing company they are is all encapsulated in that shot for me. So there you have it, folks. That is the showdown between the two Frankensteins, but who is the winner? In my opinion, yeah, and please don't shoot the messenger, this is just my opinion, I think Kaustic Plastik have got it here. It's the level of detailing for me. That's not to say the Sideshow figure is a slouch by any stretch of the imagination. I think any fan of the original Frankenstein, any Karloff fan, any Universal Monsters fan will not be disappointed by that Sideshow figure. However, I think the Kaustic Plastik pips it at the post in just about every area. That's just my opinion. As I mentioned at the top there, or did I mention, but I got the deluxe version, the web exclusive version of the KP on pre-order and can't wait for it to land. But I am a massive Universal Monsters fan, and the thought of those swap out head sculpts from Sideshow is tempting me a lot. I think I could very well, and I very rarely duplicate figures in the collection, very rarely, but I think I could be making an exception here. I would love to get these two side by side to do a comparison, and I think both of them look very, very good indeed. So there you have it, folks. It's a clear winner for Kaustic Plastik, in my opinion. I hope you've enjoyed this bit of fun, but am I getting it completely wrong? Is Sideshow the winner? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, what are your thoughts on the original movie? What are your thoughts on Karloff? What are your thoughts on Universal Monsters? What are your thoughts on KP and Sideshow? Nothing is off menu, so please drop a comment in the comment section below. I would be fascinated to hear your take on this. What have we got coming up on the channel? Well, in the not too distant future, and this has been promised for a while, we've got the tour video, the updated tour video. That is in its final edit and post-production. We've been teasing this for a while, but everything you see over here, up there, around there, the shit ton of stuff you can't see over there and up there, all of that's gone in front of the camera, and all of that will be coming to you in the new tour video very, very soon. We've also got plenty more 1/6 scale reviews as well. We've got stuff from Hot Toys, In Art, Susu Toys, Present Toys, Kaustic Plastik, obviously, Sideshow, Exo 6, and Iconic Studios, just to name but a few. So as I mentioned at the top there, be sure to mash that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're not missing anything. We've also got more episodes of Grail or Fail, more retro reviews, and a whole raft of other stuff as well. But that about wraps it up for this bit of fun, folks. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I suppose all that remains for me to say is, from myself, from the two Karloffs, a massive thank you for watching as always. And until next time on the channel, take care of yourselves and happy collecting.